We are the higher self of the One, known to this instrument in a language terms as Ropapa Mensah, whose incarnation cycle began on the timeline of 1988. And we are now going to address the query which is in the mind space projection of this entity known as Ropapa. Before we start to share with you our thoughts and insights, we would like to warn each entity who is listening to our message to remember to use discernment of the mind, the body, and the spirit complex totality, as this entity has a greater ability to understand the unity consciousness and the clarity of its mind, body, and spirit complex allows for higher extension of consciousness in the rhythmic nature of reality. Furthermore, we would like to warn that this is the second time we are in contact through this instrument's mind, body, and spirit complex. And the query which pertains to what state of energy this entity is in at the moment would like to be addressed, and we would warn this entity known as Ropapa Mensah to use its extreme discernment of its mind, body, and spirit complex totality. This entity began its first density experiences after originating from the one infinite creator in the lands as referred to by a people, as we have already stated prior in the previous session. Leading up to the current incarnation in this timeline, this entity currently finds itself in the energy vibration of later third density suboctave. Since this entity has not yet fully mastered the ability of its incarnation rhythm, this entity must realize that its experiences are defined in order of the space-time illusion complex totality of the self. Furthermore, this entity must realize that its state of consciousness is changing every moment based upon the vibrations it is entertaining inside its mind complex. Its state of consciousness many a times enters into the fourth density vibration of love and compassion. However, it is unable to stay at the same vibration because of the ability to understand that the energy vibrations shift with every thought. Hence, this entity is also learning to shift its consciousness based upon its thought patterns and also based upon its timeline distortions of reality. This entity must realize that every moment this entity can change its vibration towards a higher level by focusing on a positive thought, such as a thought of love or a thought of gratefulness, which will allow it to enter into a higher state of consciousness of its mind, of its body, and of its spirit. This is the reason why this entity finds itself changing its state of consciousness every moment. Hence, we as the higher self of this entity known as Ropapa Mensah leave you now in love and light of the one Creator. Go forth, rejoicing in power and peace. Bye.